All we'll be needing today are some strike-on-the-box wooden matches, an awl, we have some screws, a flat-headed punch, a utility knife, a hammer, it doesn't really matter what kind, and some side cutters. And that'll be what we'll need to fill in our stripped wooden holes. First of all, take the matches, and be careful with this, you don't want to start any fires. You can do several at a time as I am here. Cut off those tips, just the tips. You can also, if you're not comfortable doing a group of them, you can do them one at a time. The point is to get the tips out of the way. This is a safety measure. And go ahead and cut them all off until you've got them all ready to go. There's a nice little stack of them. I like to keep some in my workbench. Okay, scenario number one is this hole is obviously stripped out. In fact, I've drilled it out too big to make sure that it's way too big. You can see the screw sliding in it. I'm going to take two of the wooden matchsticks and push them in there. There we go. Now I'll get my end cutters, side cutters, and clip that off at the top, making sure that that doesn't shoot out and hit the camera. Okay, now take the flat punch and just lightly tap that in. You don't want to get too violent here. Just tap that in. It'll sink that wood in there nice and deep. You can get crazy with it if you're really trying to fill a tough hole. And now that that's done, your hole is ready to accept the screw. So put the screw in and sink it back in that hole. And as you can tell, it's nice and tight now and countersunk, and nothing sticking up from the work we did. In scenario number two, we have to drill a hole right next to where a screw was. If we just drill that hole and sink that screw, it'll collapse into that hole and the screw won't be strong. And that hole is already too big for the screw we need to use. So where that little black dot is where we need our new hole. We'll start by putting two matchsticks in here because they'll fit. We'll tap those in there till they bottom out. Just nice and gentle, don't overdo it. Now we'll take a third matchstick. We can't actually fit the third one in there, so we'll slightly bevel the one end. Just take your utility knife, bevel that down a little bit. You don't have to get too nuts with it. And then, using your hammer, find a little slot that's available and tap that into the little slot next to the other two. Just tap that on down until all of them are about even. Okay, once that's done, again, get your side cutters, or you can use end cutters, and clip these off. And just like last time, the next thing we're going to want to do is get our flat punch and tap that down inside of there. Again, you don't have to overdo this. I'm going to make a little boo-boo. There we go. Yeah, I'm a little out of my hole there, but that's okay. Because if we want this to look better, we're going to fill it. Anyway, now that we've done that, I'm going to take an awl and I'm going to punch a hole precisely where I want my guide drill bit to go. That'll make sure that the hole starts exactly where I want it to start. I'll put my drill bit end into that hole. I'll drill that out nice and easy. Want to make sure that that side stays good and strong. And finally, of course, we go ahead and get our screw and install it. And I've left the screw out a little, but it could go all the way in. And it's very, very secure. It has crushed up against those matchsticks, and it is very tight. Now we've got a little dent here. If you want to fill that in, just get some wood filler. I use Elmer's. Put that Elmer's in with a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, if nothing else will fit. Or, of course, you can use a small spatula. Either one, it's up to you. And we're done.